Cash Daddies, Cash Daddies, Cash Daddies, Cash Daddies,
Cash Daddies is for entertainment purposes only. You'd be an idiot to listen to anything these degenerates say. Invest at your own risk, do research, but seriously don't listen to these ass clowns. Now enjoy Cash Daddies.
And welcome to Cash Daddies. We are banking fatties. That's right, dude. Joining me, as always, are the three amigos of just winning, dude. These guys are always on fire. Of course, on the ones and twos is the real G, little E, Evan Hands. Young Christian Warrior, how are you, brother?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Doing well. And of course, we've got the Ass brothers who are just undefeated week in, week out. A lot of like the fucking Legion of Doom of the early 80s pro wrestling when you're like, who's going to stop these guys? Nobody. The one and only he's out of New York, but now he's in the dirty South. Howie Dewey, how are you, bud?
Yeah, good, baby. Good. Feeling solid. Feeling great.
Was it a good week for you?
Good week. Good week. Yeah, it was a little less trading the week before. I got a funny feeling things are going to pick up this week. But we're looking solid. We're looking good going into tomorrow.
And his transitioning friend, we know him, insta love him, Chris Neff, everybody. How are you, Chris?
I'm fabulous. Yeah, things are good.
Chris, you are on fire. Chris is doing a lot of great interacting with you, the listeners. So just, we call our listeners are called readers.
They're readers.
Okay. The
No
readers.
respect.
And the readers are, we are a fully interactive show. A lot of you guys are asking what day we record. So we are recording this Sunday on Valentine's Day. It will be put out Monday morning. Evan, you wanted to make a little announcement?
Yeah, we're you guys on Twitter, you guys killed it. We got that 69 retweets. Nice. So we're going to be recording twice a week now, 2 episodes. One will drop on Monday. One's going to drop on Thursday.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, because we're recording on Sundays and we know the market opens Monday, although not tomorrow because it's a holiday. I doubt you knew that, Sam. We will put out those picks Sunday night so you have an idea in advance. And then the same thing with Wednesday. We'll record on Wednesday, drop our picks late in anticipation before the Thursday market bell. Did you know the market was closed tomorrow for President's Day?
Yeah, dude, it's President's Day. Even though nobody gives a fuck about the president, we're having a day off.
You know what I care about? Dead motherfucking presidents, all right? And that's why we're having this show, so pay attention.
Well, pretty soon it will be Harriet Tubman, dude. Now, fun fact, do you know which dollar they're going to get what president they're taking off for Harriet Tubman? And do you know why they're doing that?
Yeah, because he partied too hard at the White House and almost burned it down.
No, it's because he got rid of the Federal Reserve.
Okay. Why is it bad?
They hate him. They hate him. So they're going to put Harriet Tubman on there so no one bitches and moans. Okay. That's why what was that famous play about the one president? What was that guy? What was the big play where all the gay guys with AIDS sang and danced? What was that one?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah. Right.
Jesus.
Hamilton.
He wasn't a president. He was the Secretary of Treasury.
Well, that's why they do it about him, because he was pro Federal Reserve. Jackson was kiss dicks, dog. Get out of here with that crap. And that's why they tried to kill him. And then when he got rid of it, that's why they're getting him off the dollar right now. So that's a little fun.
So are those 20s with him on it going to be collector's items?
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. But, Dana, Chris, Dana. Dana hit me up and she goes, because everyone's been making this run on silver. She's like, look at this. She goes, I think I have a bunch of these. And they're the JFK silver dollars that are now worth like 10 grand each.
JFK silver dollars? It must be a specific kind because I got a few.
No, they're silvers. They're silver coins.
They ain't worth 10 grand unless he autographed them.
No, dude, they're like old school. They're old school silver, like when you go buy silver, dude. You know,
like,
they give you
so
coins.
you're telling
and
me
it's-
that there's a dollar coin that was
No, it's not a
minted in
dollar coin. I should have said a dollar. Okay.
It's a 50 cent, if it's 50-cent piece. I have
No,
like
it's
30
not a
of them.
50-cent piece.
There's
It's
no
like
way it's
buying
worth 10,000.
silver. You go get like an ounce of silver. It's in a
Oh,
coin.
it's an ounce with his
Yeah.
face on it. It's not like
Yeah.
a coin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a lot different than a dollar being worth $10,000.
Okay. All right. It's already rocky waters here on Cash Day. Hey,
I can't
guys,
wait for it to be over.
real quick. Thank you to all. You helped us get in the top 125 on iTunes. That's pretty great. If you want to keep it going, please rate and review. Go to, even if you're not on Apple, try to get on there, rate and review, give us a 5-star, and maybe we'll start reading the best ones on there.
Sam,
Help us with that.
how does it feel to be a buy guy only guy who passed the buy guys? That's what I want.
To be a buy guy who's past the buy guys, it feels great, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Feels great. You know, it's very interesting.
We
when
blew right
people-
by them.
Yeah. And they're pissed because they're usually the ones doing the blowing, right?
It's better than being in front of them
Right. No,
or
why?
behind them.
That's what I said. It's
I don't
better to
think
be
you
in
wanna be-
front.
I don't
Listen.
think you want to be near them.
Yeah. I mean, of course. You know, dude, dude, we'll take those gay dollars, Neff. Okay. You know, you may not like gays, but your face loves it. I mean, totally. I mean, you totally have gay face, by the way. And anyways, we love gay dollars here, okay? Any gay dollars, dude. We got a twink on the show. Young Evan, dude, he'll dance for dollars, dude. Throw that guy in a nice little Cash Daddy thong and get those gay dollars going.
I'm gonna start an
Love it.
OnlyFans.
There you go. Making bank, bro. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for basically being, I gotta watch my us, by the way. That's the next thing. I'm gonna watch my us. So basically, thank you so much, and let's keep the party rolling. Guys, how'd you guys do last week?
I smashed it because I listened to my picks.
Yeah, it was a good week, man. I mean, the one stock that I pushed, DSX, broke through to 3, and I mean, I made money on the calls. If I'd held them, holy shit, I would have, instead of making 100%, I would have made close to 200% because it finished at like 360, much higher than I thought it would go, and it's one that's steadily eking up. It was a good week last week for Howie. It was buy and hold. I was just holding this stuff. And it was just going up. I didn't do a lot of trading last week. Probably do a little more this week.
Sam, you should be up huge after I told you to buy Zekin and you agreed that you would. So how did that work out for you?
No, things got busy, bro.
But
Things
you
got
did say you were
busy.
going to buy it.
I went double down on that games, that betting on e-game stock, and I've lost a little. I lost like $19, but that's okay. I'll
I
be
don't
up
know.
a little later.
I don't know how this is possible because I'm up
Because-
102% on it.
Yeah,
Well,
well, when
because
you
I
told
bought
him
it
to
at
buy
13.
it, Neff, you
I
told
bought-
him to buy it. It was like way the hell up there.
No, that's not Neff's
That's
fault.
not
That's all
true.
my fault because I got a
Thank
little
you.
greedy because I was seeing like I was making money. I made like a couple $100 and I was like, damn, I'm gonna go in again.
Oh, you bought
And then
more
I
at the
bought
top?
it at 13. I bought it when Neff told me the first time to buy it, it was at 5.
Thank you.
Oh,
And then I
shit.
bought it at 8, and then I'm like, fuck it, this thing's going to the moon. I bought it at 13, and
Yeah,
now
13.
I'm walrusing it right now. I'm just walrusing it.
Speaking of double dicking, I do have a slight, I'll wait on the big announcement later, but I want to address a reader question because we throw out bangers and then the question is, what do you do with them? And I keep getting this question, which is, how do I know when to sell? Now, if I knew how to answer that question, I wouldn't fucking be here. It is literally the toughest question in the history of the world. It's bigger than what happens when we die. It's bigger than do animals have feelings? Nobody can tell you, or souls, nobody can tell you when is the right time to sell. Howie, you've been around the block longer than I have. Certainly you have some insight on when to sell. What is your advice when somebody says, hey, thanks for this amazing stock pick. I'm up. What do I do with it now?
Yeah, there's so many factors that go into that. Now, is it a tax deferred account or is it a taxable account? That's huge, because if you buy a stock and that stock goes up 30% in 2 months, and your broker or everyone says, this might be the peak, and you don't want to sell it because you don't want to pay those short-term capital gains, because they're a lot more than long-term capital gains if you can hold that stock a year.
When
But
you
don't
say
wanna-
when you say capital gains, you're saying a tax?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll explain this quickly. If you buy Neff stock, GMLB, and
GMBL.
you GMBL, and you buy it at $5 and it goes to 13, you're like, damn, man, that's a nice profit. I should probably get out of it. But if you're in a high tax bracket, not even high, if you don't want to pay short-term capital gains, which are more than long-term capital gains, which is holding a stock a year or more, then you're in a predicament, man. What do I do? Now, I always tell people, listen, it's better to pay the capital gains and take a gain than to take a loss. Unless if it's towards the end of the year, October, November, December, and you got a ton of gains, like maybe Neff will have this year.
Already to do.
Yeah, if you got too many capital gains, you know what a good thing to do is? Buy a stock and that stock tank 50%, because you can sell it at the loss and you can offset that loss against your positive gains. That's a good thing. That helps you not pay as many taxes. But to get back to Chris's point, it goes both ways. If you buy a stock and it goes up 20, 30, 40%, there's nothing wrong with putting a good till canceled stop loss in, which means you might put it in 15% below the 30% gain you have. So if any time throughout the year that stock starts to tank and it hits that 15% mark, no matter what happens, you made 15%. It works on the downside too. Let's say you buy a stock like Sam bought at 13, GMBL, right? Let's say you buy it at 13 like Sam did.
Like I
And
told him,
Sam's like,
I'm learning.
and all of a sudden it starts tanking, and Sammy Rookie gets all nervous and starts sending us 30 fucking texts.
I'm like, we have a texture. I'm like, should I sell it now? And they're like,
Yeah,
whatever, paper hands.
you gave me flashbacks about every old lady I ever had as a client when the stock dropped $2. Howie, what do I do? Jesus Christ, what do I do? I'm down $35. And so, and Sam's point, he doesn't want to see it go to zero. Should he sell it now? Should he buy more? Should he hold on? Look, if you like the stock long-term, hold on, or a dollar cost average, like we said, buy a little bit more. If it makes you too nervous and it drops down to 8, 7, you get real nervous, Jesus Christ, sell out of it, take your loss, offset it against gains. But back to Chris's point, man, it's a tough thing to tell people when to sell on both sides. It's tough. You got to have goals. When you buy a stock, you got to have a goal. If it's going in here, I'm selling.
Would you say the best time is when you feel comfortable with that, right? With the wins, the gains you've made, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're like, well, this is good. Obviously, I would love double this if I could see the future. But if I'm right now, I'm happy with it. It's like Chris said, it's better to leave with something than nothing, right?
well, here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
When it comes to capital gains, the rule of thumb, at least right now, is if you hold for a year, your capital gains are going to be 15%. If you're under that, you're going to be taxed at your current tax bracket.
Ordinary income.
Ordinary income. So for example, mine is like 26% right now. So, it's something that factors into my head. But if I have a stock that just massively skyrockets right out of the, in 3 months, and I've got a couple that are up like 160%, I'm going to take some profits off the table. And pay the taxes on it, and then probably just free roll with what I have left on the table. So a lot of people do that theory, which is take everything off the table that you won and free ride on the rest. I'm not that aggressive, especially if I'm in a stock that I believe in, and I do believe in GMBL. So I haven't sold anything on GMBL right now, just for some perspective.
And another thing too is you do have people that, especially people that work for their companies, like they work at McDonald's, they work at IBM, they work for Caterpillar, and they're buying this stock every single day. And you got people who are like, look, man, it's a good business model.
Hold
It's
on. You think there's a lot of people that work at McDonald's that are buying stock? Is that what you think's going on, Howie?
If you stealing hash browns and
you work in let's say you work in human resources at McDonald's, or you actually own McDonald's. Hey man, with that minimum wage going to $15, we're gonna have a ton of new investors making Big Macs.
Yeah, I mean, good luck with that, dude. I just think everything's gonna just get more expensive to anyways, the point back, besides you believing people at work at McDonald's invest in Wall Street, outside of that,
you got people that work at companies like that, or big banks that have literally, they hold these stocks for 20, 30, 40 years. You got guys at Microsoft that are multi-millionaires. They were secretaries there 25 years ago. And it's true. I mean, they get stock options. They just hold them and hold them and hold them. And the fucking stock, every 3 or 4 years, it splits, it doubles, it splits, it doubles. And I know a guy that started delivering, driving a truck at UPS. Okay. He started in like 88, 89. He just retired. UPS, all he was a driver. He's got about $1.4 million in stock. Just because he bought the stock purchase plan every month. Not a lot. He bought a few shares every single month. But shit, 40-something years, and look what UPS has done over 40 years. This guy's a fucking millionaire. He was a driver for UPS. Same thing with FedEx.
I think that's a great I think that's really important that people hear this. Like, you don't have to go you listen, no. If investing's like baseball, you don't have to be a home run hitter every time, right?
No.
It's just like, I mean, Chris, Neff, and E, they live and breathe, like they live in a boiler room. Chris is gonna move E into his house, and we're never gonna see these guys anymore. They're just gonna be smoking cigarettes and just day trading.
You like cats, right, Evan? I got 3 of them.
Sure.
We're gonna go over to Neff's house, and we can't find Evan, and Sam's just gonna say, "Bring out the gimp." The gimp's asleep.
They're just gonna, but they live for that action. But like me, like it's like why I never got into fantasy baseball. That is a every day, every moment kind of thing. So you have to depend on what you want. And there are stocks that pay well over time.
Speaking of fantasy baseball and contests, I have an announcement. I know we've discussed it outside the show, and we need to put it out there. We are going to introduce the first annual Cash Daddies Little Johnny Rock Fuck Green Donkey Dildo Trading Challenge. Now, I know that sounds like a mouthful, and it is, but what we've decided to do is start.
By the way, real quick, when was that name discussed? Was there was that sneaked in? Is our text thread getting like a bill in Washington where you guys just flood it and then you slip in something so I can't read it in the million of the Dear Diary entries that Chris and Neff does on this text thread? Like, when did we discuss that name?
Do you want me to pull up the exact date?
When was it discussed? And what was the vote, by the way? Did I get an abstained vote? What was the vote on that? Was it 3 to?
You were on a plane, and the rest of us voted, but because it was majority and it was 3, your vote didn't matter. So we just went with it. So just again to announce.
So what is Evan, a free slave now? He gets a vote?
He's an indentured servant.
Yeah. So anyway, let me explain to you what the first annual Little Johnny Rock Fuck Cash Daddies Green Donkey Dildo Trading Challenge is.
Okay.
Right. The idea is this. We want to find out who the best trader is, okay? And we don't want to just have it be with us. So what we're going to do is we're all going to throw 1,000 into the kitty. I'm going to throw a G. Howie's going to throw a G. Sam, you are a G. So it goes without saying.
So here's what I'm going to do. Since Evan is broke and selling his ass on fucking Craigslist, even though it's illegal, I've decided, since I'm new to this, I'm going to throw up a G for me and Evan. We'll be
Okay.
one team.
Okay,
So
that's
Evan
fair.
will be doing the trading for me.
Got
And you guys will each do your own. And at the end of the day, Evan and I will split the profits.
But wait, it gets
There's
better.
more.
There's more. So that means we have 3,000 in the kitty. So winner would take 3,000. What we're going to do, the winner's only going to take 2 because we're going to take 1,000 of that and set it aside for our readers. And it's a free contest for our readers and a chance to win that extra 1,000.
What if
What do
he
you
can't?
think
What
of
if the
that?
guy that wins can't read?
Dude,
None of us
readers,
can.
readers is so punk rock because nobody reads
readers.
anymore. Are you ready, readers? Are you ready to read?
So the rules are going to be very simple. We're all going to agree that you put 1,000 in and you can only trade stocks, coin, no options trading whatsoever, because we're going to have to adhere to the pattern day trading limit. So we're not going to be able to do a bunch of smash and grabs, intraday swings like I do, like I did with Microvision last week, in and
Okay.
out of the stock.
So you're going to have to
I'm not done
write
sucking
down
my own
this,
dick.
dude, so
me
people
finish.
know exactly.
Got
what
it. Just let
the
me finish
rules
sucking
are.
my own dick.
Jesus.
You know, nice 30% swing intraday last week on Microvision. We're not going to be doing smash and grabs. So the point is, the rules are going to be simple. If you're interested, this isn't going to start like next week or next month. We need to allow everybody to set up separate trading accounts, because I'm going to set up a separate account from my regular portfolio, so I can just have $1,000 in there. And the same thing with our readers. And just so you know, if the readers try and pull a fast one on us and a scam, we will find out. We have auditors.
How will we find out?
Okay, let me explain to you how
Well, don't
things
give
work.
away all of it, but
No,
there
it's
is
very
a way to
simple.
find out.
It's all we do is this. We will go through your transaction history, make sure that you only deposited $1,000, and at the end of the year, we will audit them and verify who the winner is. It's very simple. So if you want to be a part of the contest, let us know on Twitter. Eventually, we will get a sign-up sheet so everybody can email Evan and be a part of the contest. It will be free. And you know, we want to
Besides $1,000.
no, but that's their $1,000.
Okay.
The point is, you can't open a paper trading account because and enter this contest, because nobody trades legit when it's in a paper account. It's not real. So
Okay.
they're going to take ballsier moves.
So how are we going to confirm that they actually have $1,000 in an account?
I just told you. Do you want me to tell you
Okay.
again?
Nope. I heard the first time. That was for everybody at home.
They're on their honor, but put it to you this way. If
Good
you're
luck.
going to try and claim the win, we will go through the account and make sure there aren't multiple deposits exceeding $1,000. It's very easy. All accounts have them. You do a search history on your transactions. And as long as $1,000 wasn't put in or more than 1,000, you're eligible to win that $1,000.
And are we
Well,
doing this all on
I
one
want to do a little
platform?
something different, dude. I'm just going to throw this out. Because what you're asking is somebody to win $1,000 by betting $1,000. I
That's on
think,
top of it.
well, the 2,000. So if everybody goes in, what can they win?
They get to win whatever they win in their account, plus the $1,000 that we're throwing in.
What about this?
Go ahead.
What about everybody has to enter for $1,000, but 900 of it's used and $100 goes into kitty?
Here's the thing. This is a free contest. Okay. I don't want to be
All right.
liable for anybody losing anything.
Yes.
So it's their money. They
Invest
put-
at your own risk, you readers.
But we also, before we do this contest, we got to set perimeters.
Yes.
readers.
Parameters.
Redefine print. And that is invest at your own risk.
Go ahead, Howie.
This is going to turn into a fucking clusterfuck. I'm just telling you right now. This is going to be Johnny Rockfuck is going to end up taking this whole pot. We're never going to see him again.
No. You guys are missing the point. Everybody spends their own money, and then we check in with them at the end of the week, see who's on the leaderboards, etc. They have their own money that they're winning in their own account or losing, but whoever wins gets an additional 1,000 from us because we're going to play against them.
I like on whenever we started April 1st, April 2nd, every person has to pick one stock, and they got to pick one stock, and at the end of the year, whose ever stock is up the most wins.
That's too boring. I need to be able to make moves, man.
I know, but
just picking one stock. What do you think, E? Don't you think you need to mix it up a little bit?
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough monitoring what everyone does. And with today's software, people are going to be able to put up whatever I know I could pay some schlep rock to come and say, look, Howie, you're up 311% in 2 months.
I trust our readers, and I believe in good in the world. And I don't think.
I mean, dude, he owns cats. Of course, he believes in it.
I don't think we're going to have people coming in to try and scam $1,000 win. Okay?
I know at least 20 of them that are like now scamming as we talk.
I am putting this in. I'm putting this on Chris Neff. This will be his job to monitor him and Lil E. That will be their job, is to monitor this to the best of their abilities.
Yeah, it's not going to be a hard thing to do. So the point is, here's the thing. If you're a reader out there and you're reading the show right now, what you want to remember is if you have an account and you want to play in our contest, you'll need to create a separate account. Just put $1,000 in it. And then once we have the contest start date, we'll announce what it is. It'll be a couple months down the road so people can open additional accounts. And then we'll have a start date and an end date, and we'll go from there. Pretty simple.
We could actually even looking at getting some software and setting up because I've been in contests. I've been in stock picking contests before where they give you you just log in and they give you $1,000 and you have a code, just like fantasy football. You have a code name and everything. You can trade as much as you want. And at the end of the year, somebody wins.
We could do that. I guess we can look into it. The point is, let's gauge the interest and see, what our readers think if they're interested in it. And then, speaking of readers, we do need to address the poll question. A lot of people out there would like to be referred to a specific title, and they've been contributing ideas. And then, what we're going to do is we're going to pick the best 4 and put up a poll so they can decide what they want to be called.
So it's not the readers.
I think
it'll probably be the readers.
Here's the thing.
It's so insane. I would go with the readers. I just think the readers.
Here's the thing. I don't want Cash Daddies to be a dictator. Okay, let's leave it up for the people to decide. There's some people out there with some very good names.
Yeah,
and we could narrow it down to 4 and let them choose. Unless you guys want to be dictators, I'm cool with the readers too.
How about the billionaire boys and the billionaire girls?
Okay, so you want 2 separate names.
Well, I mean, the billionaires. How about the billionaires? We'll just call them no. The trillionaires. They should be called the trillionaires.
The zillionaires.
The zillionaires.
Wow.
The trillion zillionaires.
Well, we'll see if anybody likes that idea.
I love the trillionaires. Anyway, so that's it. It sounds crazy. What's the name of it again?
It is the first annual.
No, it's not. You don't call it annual. It is the inaugural. There's no first annual. There's only an inaugural.
People commenting in the threads that they love the way that you can now pronounce that word. Say it again.
Inaugural?
It's inaugural.
How is it pronounced?
It's inaugural.
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 Hey, dude, you know what? English is fluid, bro. And it
Not
depends
here.
on what. Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah. It's fluid.
Okay. It's the inaugural Cash Daddies Little Johnny Rock Fuck Green Donkey Dildo Trading Challenge. Are you happy?
Whoa.
Okay. The trophy
we should make a donkey dildo.
That's the trophy. That's the trophy. It's green and you get to hug it and you get to go up and down on it once you win.
Well, we lost all the Christians on the show. Well, now we only got heathens right now and cat people. That's it.
Oh, God damn. Holy shit. All right. We're going to get to some serious investment talk here.
All right. So, yeah, I guess we can get into that. We can get into what do we like this week. You guys do your stocks and I'll get into my digital currency.
Well, let's save the stock picking to the very end.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so too.
Let's talk about Bumble real quick, because that was the first IPO in a long time, man.
And
Yeah, we
Neff
have some
wanted to
great-
bring it up, and we just forgot to do it. So we swing and a miss on that one.
Yeah, and real quick, we want to apologize to the readers about not bringing up the Super Bowl picks as well, because that was a big thing. Tampa crushed, obviously, and
Oh
everybody.
shit, that's right.
Yeah, you owe
I
me
got crushed
240.
again.
Yep, that's all right. Evan's got a tab. You owe me 240.
I do.
Yeah.
Brenton lost, and then this, of course, will stop.
Have you talked to him? Has he paid up?
Of course, he paid up. He's a gentleman. He paid up like 5 minutes. He paid up 10 minutes left in the game. He was like, "Dude, this is over. Take the money, please."
Come
So,
on, take the
he's
money.
a class
over.
act. But again, with the recording going on twice a week, I think we'll stop forgetting as much because our brains are so fried. So to the IPO thing, we've had a lot of readers asking about IPOs. Bumble IPO'd last week. Howie, do you mind telling the readers, because we have questions about people saying, how do I get in on an IPO
Yeah.
before it pops? Because you did.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't tell a lot of people that, but look, I'll go over IPOs, man, because I used
Dude,
to.
I
toss a
feel
lot
like
of-
we're gonna break laws that I don't even know are laws, and I'm just
Oh.
gonna be sitting in a fucking courtroom, bleeding from my beehole, going, "What did I do? What did I
Yeah.
do?"
I'm gonna get
That
assassinated.
man, he did everything.
I'm definitely gonna get off. There's no doubt. I'm gonna get off by an investment bank. There's no doubt about it. But IPOs, I used to, when I was a broker, I used to have people call me, "Hey, you work at the largest investment bank around. You guys are bringing Priceline.com public. How can I get some shares? It's gonna be crazy." Look, man, if you don't have an account with a Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, UBS, JP Morgan, if you don't have an account there with, I don't know, 10, 15, $20 million, you're not getting any IPO. That's just the way it works. What an IPO is, we'll use Bumble, for example. Bumble came out, I think, on like Thursday.
Mhm.
It's a stock that they put it in your account. The broker will put it in your account at $43 a share. So you may have 100 shares at 43. As soon as that IPO opens, it opens at 75, 76, 77. That's what Bumble opened at on Thursday. So in other words, you're up 30 points already in that thing, man. You're already up 30 before it even started trading. So they can be, more likely than not, they're good investment vehicles if you can get one. But let's go back to where Wall Street is the most crooked place in the world. The little guy can't get IPOs, man. When I think JP Morgan was the lead on Bumble, but when they bring that IPO public, 70-80% of that IPO is owned by institutions, big banks, hedge funds, pensions, funds with hundreds of millions of dollars. They get those shares first. And then JP Morgan gets the next biggest amount. They may get a few million. Everybody who's a secondary underwriter on that, such as I think Morgan Stanley was on there. I want to say Bank of America. It might have been Deutsche Bank. Those guys get the rest. So, man, if you're a little dude, unless you know somebody or you have millions of dollars, you're not getting an IPO, man.
So doom and gloom. There's no way for them to get in.
No chance. None.
So how long down the line does the average Joe like us have to wait to get a piece of that action?
We can buy it the same day.
You
It's
could have
just-
bought it at $75 a share on Thursday as soon as it opened, but why would you? Like Chris had a good point.
Well, what did
He's
it go
like,
up to?
81, 84.12.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The
I-
system is just
my broker
so
sold at
rigged.
75.
It's unbelievable.
It is. And that's when you want to talk about being rigged. That's rigged because the little guy can't get those. You can't. And like, if you call any of those firms and say, hey, I used to have clients that used to call me and say, yo, you guys are taking UPS public or you're taking so-and-so public. Hey, can I get 50 shares? I have 500,000 with you. And I'd say, yeah, if you get 5 million with me, I can get you 50 shares.
Unbelievable.
If you give me 10 million, I can get you 100 shares. And that's how it works, man, because the regular average Joe retail broker, they don't get a lot of these shares either. So the thing popped Thursday, went to 75. And, you know, I had people saying, hey, I don't like Bumble. I don't think it's going to be a great stock. Can we short it? You can't short an IPO for 30 days.
Can't buy options on it either.
Well, options you can actually buy, I think, after the third day.
2 weeks? Oh, I thought it was a couple weeks.
I think it's 3 days. It used to be 3 days. But then you got to make sure that it's traded. I mean, the CBOE or somebody or Phil, they got to have it on their options exchange, which it may not be. It may take a few weeks.
Jackals are already
it's 3
circling
days.
on the shorting, huh?
3 days?
It's 3 days. Yep.
It used to be 3 days before you could buy and sell options on it.
Still is.
But, you know, I used to tell people, I used to tell people, man, IPOs are something that they're useless, man. I mean, if you see it pop, maybe a couple weeks later, if you don't like the company, you know, buy puts on or something. But it's just a useless thing that,
Here's
you know.
the thing about that app, and this is kind of like what I'm going to get into when I talk digital currency, is like, what are they selling? They're not selling anything on
Nothing.
Bumble.
You are the product.
Right. So like it's all going to be like forced ads on you, and that's where they're going to make their money. And it's like, well, by the way, this is why Facebook stock I got it right now. You know where they're going to make their money is on the data. They're going to sell your data. So that's what happened with Facebook. Facebook wasn't making money. They were losing money. They're like, fuck, we got to sell the data. And that's how they made all their freaking money, was selling your data. Data is the new oil. Okay. That's why, you know, obviously this is a different show, but in the tinfoil hat world, they talk about, oh, they're going to shut down the internet. Oh, they're going to do this. Well, the truth is they can't, because some of the biggest companies in the world now, like Apple, Amazon, Google, these companies, that's their bread and butter is data. Data. If they shut it down, then the whole thing collapses, okay? And you're like, well, they can switch it out. Well, it's my whole thing, again, to go to baseball. The problem I have with analytics in baseball now is that they're doing analytics on analytics. You know, you're already, like, you have this fake, you've been playing this analytics games. These aren't real numbers anymore. And that's what would happen if they take off the internet and they replace with a new internet, which they completely control. There won't be any free will, so people can't understand. So that's ultimately what Bumble will be making their money off. The idea that we're going to sell all these young people's data on who they're looking to date and what they're looking to buy.
And what's interesting about Bumble, and this is really, always watch this on an IPO. If you see an IPO, like Bumble originally was supposed to come out, I think at around $36 or $37.
High 20s,
what was it?
I think it was high 20s.
Yeah, you know what? Originally, I think it was high 20s. Then it went to 35. Then it went to 43. Now, if you're a big investor or you know somebody and you can get shares of Bumble, that's a great sign. When you see that your price is going up versus down, and these greedy ass investment banks, instead of issuing 100 million shares, they're like, wow, this thing is huge demand. Let's issue 150 million or 200 because we make that much more. When there's that much demand and your price on your IPO is going up versus down, that's, you know, that thing's gonna pop.
Let me ask you something about
I've had IPOs. Sam, 1 second. I've had IPOs where the initial price offering was 20, and then we bring it public, and on the day of, it goes down to 14. You know that thing's a piece of shit. You know that when that thing pops, it's going to maybe go up 10 cents and then end up down for the day. Go ahead.
Who gets the money on the IPO? Like, is it the company that gets an influx of cash? Who actually, if I'm selling stock in Chris Neff cats, right? Our cats
About
are
time.
the best cats, okay?
They are.
I'm selling these stock in these.
Sweeters and Millicent.
Yes, like these are the cats, are the best cats out there. and it skyrockets. Who gets that money?
There's two entities. The underwriters get most of it.
Who's the underwriters? Chris,
Whoever brings it public, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, those guys get most of it. They get most of the money. The institutions that get a fair share.
Does Chris Neff get any money from his cats?
Yes, I do. Like, just for example, the owner of Bumble, she turned into a billionaire overnight with that IPO. So yes, the two players are the company owners and the underwriters. That's who's making the money on the IPOs.
The last thing I'll say about an IPO, this is it, is that I'll use this analogy. This is an IPO. An IPO is basically, the IPO comes out, it pops.
And IPO stands for initial purchase offer, for those who do not know.
No, you're incorrect. Initial public offering.
Yeah. But purchase sounds fucking good. That's
why not, dude? Hey, I know my truth. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So I know my
2 out of 3 ain't bad. That should be your truth.
That's the name of Evan and mine's group. We're called 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right, watch out for us. We're on fire, dog.
The best analogy I can get for an IPO is like you're in high school and the hottest girl in the school. You've been hitting on her. You're trying to pick that up. She's always with a rich kid. You get nothing off of her. She comes back from college. She's with a couple other rich guys. You get nothing. Hottest chick in the world. All of a sudden, you see her about 10 years later at the reunion. She's had 3 kids. Things didn't go so well. She's got a mustache. She's about 240. She's divorced. And all of a sudden, she's all over you. She fucking wants you badly. That's an IPO, baby. That's an IPO. It's useless. It's not fun anymore.
But to a counterpoint to your argument here, there are a lot of SPACs and IPOs being flooded on the market. However, there are IPOs out there that I totally believe in and that I'm in. For example, I bought Airbnb and the IPO was going to be at 50 and then it moved up to 70 and then day of it went up to 146. That's what I got it at. So I went in deep because I believe in the company. And since December 10th, it's up 45%. I've already trimmed 25% of my position and taken profits. But then you look at like DoorDash, IPOing at whatever it was, that insane amount, being in the high mid 100s. I see that business being dead in a couple of months because of it being a COVID play. So, there's a lot of hype around IPOs, extremely speculative plays. I don't recommend ever buying one without doing a lot of DD. I did a ton on Airbnb, and I believe it is a long-term play.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Bingo. You don't want to just buy every single IPO that comes out because there is a lot of garbage. And then the flip side is there are companies that don't IPO and they just direct list. And again, Palantir did that and it came out at 10 and it's trading at $30. So there are things that fall through the cracks. So
but for a while you gotta, depending on how old the company is. And I mean, there's a lot, the initial public offering, that's where most genuine companies go. The SPAC thing is brand new. We could talk about that next week. That's something I'm not sold on, but just from talking to a lot of analysts and brokers, but we can talk about that next week. But that's basically
that's a whole other episode.
Let's jump into what we like coming up this week. Is that okay? You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to start in digital currency? You want to do stocks? Which one first?
Why don't we do a stock, then some digital currency, and back to stocks? And
I like it. Mix it
2
up.
out of 3 ain't bad.
Let's go interracial with this, huh? We'll call this the Blake Griffin special.
Howie, do you want to go?
I mean, look, I've pitched one stock so far, DSX. I'll add one more to the portfolio. And I picked this stock basically because it's located in Manhattan Beach, California, your neck of the woods.
Can't afford there, but I can certainly surf there.
The stock is called Fisker. Sam,
Fisker?
not Fister, Sam, not Fisker.
I'm in. Buy 1,000 of that.
It's Fisker. Fisker, the symbol FSR. 3 symbols. which
Evan,
means
can you look this up for him real quick?
Yeah, I got it.
it trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Look it up. That's it. It's basically an EV company, which is it's electric cars, electric vehicles. The reason it had a big jump on Friday was because Morgan Stanley came out and they moved it. Morgan Stanley has 3 ratings. They have neutral, outperform, and strong buy. And I think they have underperform, which it's got to be a real piece of shit, or they got no investment deals. I don't know if I'm even sold on the stock. I mean, the analyst came out, this fucking analyst, Adam Jonas, not one of the Jonas brothers, but this analyst.
Yeah, he will be if this thing blows up, though.
This guy came out and he fucking loved it. He says they have this it's a beautiful business model. Of all the EV companies, he likes this the best. It's trading at around $19 a share. He put a price target of 27 on it. Had all kinds of good things to say.
When he said when something is a price target, is that what he thinks he could get up to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
price targets are a year out. So whenever you hear somebody say this is my target on it, that means they're projecting what it's going to be at 1 year from now. It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. So he put a price target of 27 on it. The name of the CEO is Henrik Fisker. And what this tells me is this. I mean, if you can read between the lines of what goes on Wall Street with these big firms, I'm kind of thinking that this Jonas guy, Henrik, took him out to lunch and said, look, here's the deal. If you can put an outperform on this thing and help pump our fucking stock up, maybe we'll give you some cash envelopes or something.
You
what
got
I'm
a
saying
dirty deal in the works, Howie?
Dude, this
Howie,
is how it
I mean,
works on Wall
Howie,
Street.
dude, you're dropping hammer. Real quick, Howie, are you reading off of a computer or written notes? Written notes. There you go, Howie. Now, is it true that your horse and carriage had a blown out hoof before and you almost didn't make it to the show today?
Guys, my technology skills are fucking improving on a daily basis.
Well, dude, welcome. Chris, do you want to do yours before we go to Young E? Or do you want to do Young E and close out with Chris?
Lily, why don't you?
Come on, Lil E, the Young G. Let's hear it.
Hand.
Yeah, well, I mean, last week Reddit got a hold of the weed stocks. So I've been an investor in Afria, as you all know, for like 4 months now. So we were up to I think 25 was the high, and then it soared to 30. It went all the way up. It was up at, let me see. The highest it went was $28.22. Now we're trading at $17.35. But what I'm saying is I think that's going to have a strong bounce back.
Little dead cat action?
Yeah. Well, I think it still has potential to, even rise. And
Can you look that up, what you're telling us, so they can see who it is?
And what's your entry on that?
933.
Okay, so you're way green.
Yeah, I'm diamond handing that.
Dude, are you ever not diamond handsing? You're young. You got that diamond hands fucking hard fucking crusher, dude. That's what it is. The rest of us are just fucking doing gackers or Bluetooth just to keep our fucking excitement going. Okay, so this is it. Efren, and it's APHA.
Not Efren.
APHA.
What is it?
Afria. It's a
Afria.
stock.
Okay, I'll let you guys do the
fucking Sam. Is that Advil? Advil?
Yeah, and let's not forget they are
Shut up, Pony Express.
They are merged. Is that me?
No,
Pony Express.
no, that's Howie. Howie's Pony Express.
They're merging with Tilray.
To send his orders in.
Okay,
allegedly.
They're allegedly merging with Tilray. So, who knows? Who knows? They both could be going up. But there was a massive retreat back from the weed stocks on Friday.
Yeah, Reddit got a hold of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a Reddit push. And like I said, I was chasing Little E's action because it was so fucking hot. I jumped on a little app for myself. I'm down. And then I did the thing I hate to do more than anything. And that's try and dig out of the hole and dollar cost average. And then the stock just kept going down. So I think I'm stuck like 25% on it right now. But I believe in Little E. So I will diamond hand that bitch into the fucking grave.
And I do have one more, the OCGN that I was talking about. I'm on the same two stocks, but so that one went up 200% a couple weeks ago. Right now it's down to 1082.
I bought a bunch of it.
But listen, this is a 3-week hold. It's not 2-week hold. They have data coming out. Their clinical trials are ending.
Yeah.
Their phase 3 clinical trials about this vaccine, and if that gets approved by the FDA, people have $100 plus targets on this. So I'm gonna hold.
Wow.
What's it at right now?
It's at 1082. I bought in at 327.
Damn.
So
Damn.
I'm down pretty big, but still diamond handsing to see where that takes me. And then if I start to lose a lot of money, I'll just trim my profits.
Yeah, I like it technically. I said as long as it can stay around 11, it'll be okay. It just can't fall, because if that thing falls like 9 or 8, it could go back. But I'm holding that too, man.
Technically, did you break out some Bollinger Bands and a little stochastic indicators and give that bitch a hard look?
Bollinger Bands, that's day trading shit. I go for the real. I'm talking about support and resistance, but it's got good support right around there. I think after I was, what's it, 1088?
Afria?
Yeah.
All right, let me check.
I think it should open. It should open hopefully around 1080, not to $11.
Afria is at 1694. But
Oh, not Afria. I'm fucking OCGN.
yeah, that's at 1028.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are my two. Still riding them.
All right. So hey, can you guys email me your choices? Should we put them in the description? No, they got to listen for them, right? Is that how it goes? I don't know.
No. They should be tagged in the description for sure.
Okay, we will
Put it on Twitter.
Put it on Twitter, huh?
Yeah. How
Chris,
about that? Technology right there, baby. Put that
look
shit
at
on
that
Twitter.
guy. Please check out Howie's MySpace. He's always there putting up his latest pics. Chris, you want to go next, or do you want me to go?
No, I'll go. First of all, Zekin, of course, did its thing last week, barely narrowing out DSX, Howie's pick. And before I get into this, I must say this again. In fact, I put it on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see it here, because I constantly need to remind myself, but it's right here. And the quote is very simple. Kid, you're on a roll. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it never does. That's the great Lou Mannheim from the movie Wall Street. He's a personal hero of mine, even though he's not a real person. But I am constantly reminded of his quotes, so I never get too cocky. So needless to say, I've been on a heater. I do have a couple of plays.
Is that Little Johnny Fucknut? What's Little Tommy Fuck Band?
Little Johnny Fucknut.
I did not trim my position on ZKIN. I'm going to stay long on it. I have mentioned a couple of stocks in the past, but there's Zekin right there. It did have a nice 8% after hours pop as well, after doing 23% up on the day. Of course, Sam, you didn't buy it. I don't recommend buying it now at this price, but it is a hold for me. But to go to my picks, I am going to read off the internet as opposed to Howie's crib sheets for this pick. I like a company called Srax. They're a fintech company.
Fintechs?
Fintech, financial technology. Internet advertising and platform technology company. So they launched a new product, and it's basically a user-based subscription service for retail investors, and they're connecting those with larger companies. So the idea is put retail investors that have money in touch with people that have a product to sell. Do you mind pulling up the chart, Lily?
Yeah, got it.
Srax. It's SRAX. I'm actually underwater a bit on it. I think I bought at like 530, maybe 540.
Is that a weekly?
Is that a weekly? No, this is a long-term play for sure. I don't.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about the chart. How long? Pull up like a year chart. Pull up.
Year?
There he goes. So
that a
yeah, that's a year.
What does it start? What year does it start?
2020. Oh, sorry.
A year ago.
All right, that's a new stock. That's a new company. Shit.
That's
What do
2012.
they do, bud?
2012.
Oh, 2012. Okay.
What do they do, Chris?
Hold on. SRAX, so what they are is they're a company that has a group of retail investors that pay to subscribe to their service. And it's basically an information tech play. But what they're doing is they're connecting that service with buyers and sellers of major stock companies. So it's an information play, but it's an SaaS play. Sales as a service subscription.
Did you just jizz in your pants right there?
No, I mean, I
Oh
always.
God.
Ooh.
Ah.
I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Anything fintech. If you
Right.
owned, you could
What
throw a
is
fucking
fintech?
dart. You could throw a dart at fintech in the last year.
What
and it's
is
gone
that?
300%.
Again, and I fucked up SaaS, which I always do, but it means software as a service. So it's yeah, and I agree. There are a lot of fintech plays that you can just throw a dart at, and people are asking me, what are your long-term holdings? I have a lot of fintech in my long-term holdings, like
That
PayPal.
ETF you owns all fintech.
Correct.
Yeah.
That would be ARK-K.
All right, that's a fintech. Yeah.
Yep. And so that's my play that I like long. I also am still on KLDO, the microbiome play. So if I was going to offer anybody 2 long plays, it would be KLDO and SRAX, in addition to holding Zekin, in addition to keeping your eye on GMBL, because they did, after GMBL popped, they did do a share offering. And if I might circle back just a little bit, remember how we were talking about like GameStop flying through the roof and everybody saying, why aren't these idiots doing a share offering with this massive amount of money they've just collected? It came out recently that Ryan Cohen, who's on the board, he basically said they didn't feel like it was ethically the right thing to do, because I think they knew, just like everybody else, it was a short squeeze and the stock was inflated artificially. So I will commend those guys for not doing a smash and grab and pulling out a bunch of money and further dropping the stock at that price. So
I don't think they could have. I don't think they could have.
I think there was a bank out there that probably would have done it.
Yeah, probably like fucking Bank of Western Nigeria. I mean, not a
Bank to bank.
One of these Nigerian princes, GameStop
Yeah.
got an email. Hello, I'm a Nigerian princess. I have $10 million I want to give you.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
dude,
what it
those
would
are all
be.
great picks, dude.
We don't
So
know.
let me ask-
That's-
Go ahead.
we don't know if they're great picks. That's the other thing.
Okay, I
take
won't say
everything-
that.
I
we
can't
do-
keep up. Neff just went over 32 fucking stocks. If I
Hey,
had
it
no,
was 3. Again, we do our due diligence. I've done mine, even though I could barely get those words out. I'm long on these, but I don't want our readers just jumping in saying, "Oh, Neff can't lose. I mean, he just gave me Gamble. He just gave me fucking Zekin," and they're probably
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
right now.
You gotta be
living a
like
life.
Michael Jordan. Every time he played, he knew somebody's watching him for the first time. dude.
That's Joe DiMaggio said that. Okay.
No, Michael
Yes,
Jordan said that.
Joe DiMaggio said
Listen, dude.
that. Look it
listen,
up, Lily.
dude.
You want to bet? You want to
Listen,
bet?
Howie thinks you put out 32 stocks because he's using
Hold on,
Abacus
hold
to
on. You
count
want to
all
bet?
of his stuff.
You want to bet on that?
No, I don't want to bet on that. You owe me $10 anyway.
I owe you $5. Joe DiMaggio said there may be a kid out there that's never seen me play. That's why I play as hard as I do. Okay. Michael Jordan, if he said it, he ripped off Joe D.
Okay, dude, you know black people can't rip off white people. You know that, right? Jesus, Evan, I'm sorry. His generation's very offended by that. So can I go Cat Queen? Are you done?
It is
I
Joe
got
DiMaggio, by the way.
Oh! Did you hear what Lil E just said?
Yeah, I did. I did hear what Lil E said.
I just have one other thing I want to point out. Because
Lil E, the young G, dude. I just gave you the name, dog. They got bam, Tripoli.
one other thing I want to point out, because we haven't discussed it, is this is earnings week for a couple of my holdings, specifically PLTR, the Obama killer, who I've told you guys to buy. You probably won't buy it for ethical reasons because you don't think Osama's dead. He is. PLTR killed him. Anyway, there's an earnings.
That's so cute.
There's an earnings on Tuesday. I just say that to piss off like 10 people that says Osama bin Laden's not dead that comment.
PLTR dropped a lot. It's down to like 30.
It did. So here's the thing. There's been a drop in PLTR, but they're reporting earnings on Tuesday. God, I feel like I'm on fast money right now and somebody needs to slide in with a dick joke. I'm getting
So
a
what do
little
we do?
too
Do we buy calls or puts? Calls
Here's
or puts?
the thing. Neither. I think the play is a straddle or a strangle. Because
Okay, what's a straddle? What's a strangle? And it all sounds like BDSM to me.
a straddle is what you do.
Somebody's dying.
Before
Either
you
way.
put the roofie into
Sounds
a
like something
drink.
Marilyn Manson does to his new girlfriend. What are we talking
A
about?
straddle is before you put the GHB into her drink. A
Okay.
strangle is what you do after the GHB has hit her.
Okay. And we've just been canceled. Next.
A straddle is
We
when
were
you
doing
buy-
so good.
Is
We
when
were
you
doing
buy-
well. It was fun. Poor
We
E
were doing
will-
so well.
Poor E's about to get kicked out of his college.
Okay,
Not in college.
Okay, well
this-
then you're good.
this might be jumping the gun a little bit for our readers because these are extremely technically advanced plays. This is not making a put. This is not making a call. This is not buying a share. A straddle and strangle are volatility plays. That's when you think this shit's gonna fucking move. It could go up, it could go down. So what you do is you buy a put and a call at the same price. If you want to straddle, if you want to just get on, go for a ride. And a
That's
strangle,
if it's really volatile.
correct. But a strangle is also a volatility play where you buy a put and a call further from apart from each other. So you want to get what's on this side of the put, and you want to get what's on this side of the call. So you don't want it to hit what's in between. Am I explaining that right, Howie?
A little bit, yeah. A bit,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Well, Howie, was he got wrong?
Well, no, I
What's
mean,
that?
if a straddle is you want huge volatility either way. A strangle you don't.
correct.
Like you don't
That's
want
why-
it to move.
Correct. That's why this is the put side, this is the call side. What I want to have happen is action on the left of the put or action on the right of the call.
And that's a straddle.
That's a strangle.
That's a strangle.
A straddle is you put these hands together and I've got the same call and I've got the same put. See, I'm over here. This is the put
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
This is the call side. Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? What I
Yeah.
want it to do is just go parabolic in either direction and then I get fucking paid.
Chris, little E, the total G, just gave his picks. Grandpa gave his picks. So everyone's gave their picks. So that's it. You got some great picks. I want to get into a little cryptocurrency talk. And guys, honestly, I've been getting a little shit. I am not an expert by any means. I am just been studying this and I have feelings on this stuff. So, a lot of people are coming from the whole GameStop, Wall Street beats, Wall Street bets kind of thing, smash and grab with digital currency. And I totally understand that. But just know that Bitcoin is not the coin to do that with. Bitcoin is the sun that all the other shit coins go around. It will always go up a little down, but it's just going up, up, up. All of the crypto pirates have stated that they believe Bitcoin will get up to anywhere from 150 to 200,000 by the end of the year. That's what they're talking about.
So
Now,
that'll be 4x from here.
yes, that's what they're talking about. Now Dogecoin, right, is something you smash and grab. That is done specifically for that. If you just hold on to it, you're going to take a bing. So if you did invest in it, a lot of you guys are freaking out. I would just hold on because it's going to go down. And what's going to happen is all these, guys that blew it up before are going to do it again. Then once it shoots up, get out. Get out. Get your money. Get out.
Oh,
What?
did you sell your Doge?
I still have it. So I'm waiting for it to bounce back up because
Got
I
it.
know it will bounce back up. So a lot of people, I just talked to my brother today, they're all freaking out again because Bitcoin's so expensive. I can't say this enough. Just like how we talked about how that guy at UPS or FedEx just got a little bit of stock every time he got a paycheck. Buy just a little bit of Bitcoin, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if it's $50, $20, $100, whatever you can afford, every paycheck, if you got a little cash left over, buy a little, okay? Buy a little at a time. And it's not a sell, man. This is like, hold on, and you only sell if the world's on fire, man, and you got nothing else left. You hold on to this because by the end of this year, it could be 200,000, right? But that's just this year. I mean, the numbers get thrown out by the people who've been talking about Bitcoin forever is 3 million, 30 million, 300 million. Because once again, and I've said before, once this stimulus package comes out, it's going to destroy the dollar even more. I mean, when you print $2 trillion worth of money, you're just making it useless. Yes.
Well, the biggest thing that convinces me
I had my hand on.
is when you have the
No,
shady.
can't get Queenie, Cat Queen. Hold on.
No,
Howie's
when
talking.
when you have all
Seniors
those,
first.
when you got all the major investment banks this week coming out, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, all these big guys are coming out and they're investing billions of dollars in this thing right now. So, I mean, look, if these guys are doing it, come on, man. They're the fucking biggest crooks on Wall Street. They see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Morgan Stanley just did some PR on this, and they're talking about making a sizable investment in Bitcoin. So I agree. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I hold. I never sell. But I disagree that you with your thesis that the Fed's printing money and these stimulus checks are going to devalue the dollar. I agree it will happen in the short term. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think the market is going to keep on shooting up.
At some point, this house of cards is going to fall because
I
it's
don't
just going to get
disagree
to the
with you.
point
I
where
don't
there's
disagree
just
with you.
not enough money to print
I
to
don't
cover
disagree
the
with you.
debt.
And there's a lot of people on the sidelines that agree with you. I'm not that guy. I'm that guy that sees an angle to make some action while the market's hot. I'm going to go in and smash and grab. That doesn't mean I'm not going to protect my gains, you know? So this is me personally. I don't think this bull run is even going to start slowing down anytime soon, because once COVID slows down, everything opens back up again. So all these depressed value stocks, they're going to start shooting through the roof. That's how I believe.
Talking about this. I understand that. Yes,
Yeah.
they are connected, right? But I'm really telling you, I'm just telling you like the dollar value. And, you know, again, this is Max Kaiser. I respect him a lot. He's been talking about Wall Street, talking about Bitcoin forever. He does have an app wallet, so he has a little skin in the game to get everybody into Bitcoin. But he's been talking about banks are going to have to start doing negative interest, which means they're fucking bleeding so badly that they're going to start pulling money from you to cover the cover everything that's going on. So that's what the crypto pirates are telling me across the board. Okay. That the dollar, it just can't go on forever. It just can't. So for me, it's like gold, silver. I know silver was force pumped by these guys that wanted everyone to go to silver to get off GameStop, but gold, silver, and digital currencies where it at. Now, again, I'm telling you what my strategy is right now, and this is if you got a little cash to play with, is to find the next AVE, right? AAVE, that token. What is that one? Okay. And there's practical uses for these tokens. Okay. They're used in some sort of internet or virtual reality or some sort of business on the internet. That's why Dogecoin, there's no practical purpose for it. Even the guy who made it goes, I have no clue why this thing is crushing it so hard. So I'm looking for the next one. There's a couple that I like. Again, invest at your own thing, and you got to do your own work. Okay. So here's a couple.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Invest at your own risk. okay, and do your own research. So what I'm looking for right now are the 30-cent coins, 40-cent coins, 50-cent coins, okay? And do these coins have practical value? All right. So let's go to Aave or whatever it's called. Okay. Now, if you look at right now, cryptocurrency, they're all down because everybody's doing smash and grabs right now, right? That's fine. Bitcoin will always be fine. You're going to see them fluctuate, but it's long game here. Okay. So Aave is an Ethereum token that powers Aave, a decentralized non-custodial money market protocol, where users can participate as depositors or borrows. So this is like a borrowing coin right here, right? So there's a practical use for it. So where are the other ones that I like? And I put my money in, okay? The next one I want to get into, and they're all down a little bit. If you would talk to me yesterday, you'd be like, holy shit, this is what's going to happen because you have this smash and grab money coming in. But in the long run, these are coins that people, nerd dorks, will be using on the internet to participate in their nerd dork activities. Okay. So what I really like is Decentraland. Okay. Mana, MANA. And the reason I like this coin, because right now it's trading at 28. It was up to like 35, I think. I think it got up to 37 actually this week. Yep. It's at 28 right now, right? The reason I like this coin, because one, it's an Ethereum coin, and two, so these nerd dorks, right? They're now buying up virtual land, okay? They're buying virtual land, creating virtual houses, virtual business.
They're playing Farmville or The Sims.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
This is the coin they got to use to get in, and this is what everything's sold in that is this mana coin. So this is just at the beginning of this phenomenon. It's only going to grow as everything goes more and more tech, as like esports get bigger. The notion of owning land, owning a farm in virtual reality will get bigger.
That's the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
But I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at it's probably right. I see it happening.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you not sold, are you?
That is shit.
Yeah, but I guarantee you that Howie wouldn't believe that people. I mean, like, dude, it's not for me. I'm not saying it's for me. I'm never gonna buy virtual land.
No, but you're right. I agree with you here. Look, the other day I had a guy on my basketball team. He's a doctor, and he sent me a Bitcoin that they're going to use just in medicine. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he sent me the symbol. I'll have to get it.
What is it?
Show.
I hope you fouled him hard.
What is
flagrant just for that?
It's in my phone, so I can't really get to it right now.
You asshole.
But I'll text it to you after the show. After the show, I'm going to text you. It had 4 symbols.
Along the lines of this is District Ox. District OX. It got up to 42 cents. It's now 28 cents. Okay.
Are these all on Ethereum that you have to trade through?
What's
District Ox is an Ethereum token that powers a network of decentralized marketplace and communities called districts. Again, nerd dork shit, right? And the token is required for application to the district registry and is used to signal support or disapproval for proposals made by network.
Don't have a seizure. It's just Ox coin.
I'm just telling you all that this is the thing that, because if you go back, I'm just telling you, the key is to find the next Aave or whatever it's called. That's the key.
Can I ask a question about this? Because I got a tutorial about this and I learned about this, and we have our readers asking as well about staking. Do you feel like that's something you could discuss, or is that something we should bring in to talk about staking?
Have somebody bring in to talk about it.
Fine, I'll talk about it and I'll tell everybody what it is. So what it is this. staking for you, Howie, is basically when you say, all right, here's the deal. I'm going to buy your kitty coin, but I have to hold it for 5 years and I'm not allowed to withdraw it. So it's like basically a certificate of deposit inside Ethereum,
Yeah.
separate token. That's what
It's like a 5-year CD.
Correct. But my buddy did it. He bought some fucking tokens that were like 20 cents and he put in $5,000 and he's all the way up to 40 grand, but he can't pull it out yet. So who knows?
I don't see, like, I don't think you have to wait that long. See,
He's
for me,
stuck
man,
5 years.
yeah, I like, dude, if you play it right and you find the right one, these things, dude, Avier went up from 50 cents to $500 in 1 year.
You didn't
If
have
you
to
bought
stake it, though.
10,000 of those, you would have made basically $4.5 million around there. All you have to do is, I'm just telling you, start looking around. What are the practical uses for this coin? That's why Doge got nothing. There's no Doge. Dogecoin doesn't have any practical uses. It's literally Elon Musk fucking with everybody.
He did it again too.
Yeah, and that's why you hold it. And when it bounces, sell it off if you have it right now. And then you just play the Chris Neff smash and grab, where you're up for 4 days,
And-
just waiting for it to go up a penny and just keep rolling.
You're just
Yeah.
come on, gacking and
Come
coin.
on, Dogecoin.
Go. Let's go, kitty coin. Come on, baby.
So that's what I'm looking at. I own a couple that I like. Now, I told you guys before about what they were going to do with XRP. It's gone up again today. It's like this thing.
Why
where
are you
everybody-
mad at us? Why are you mad at us?
I'm not mad at you, dude. I'm not mad at you at all. I'm just telling you, I'm passionate that this coin has gone up. It's gone up again, man. And this is the banker's coin. Okay. This coin, all the banks are trying to get together. And the reason I think if you can find somewhere you can buy it, I don't even know if it's possible anymore because they've locked it down. Okay. If you can grab it, grab as much as you can. In my humble opinion, do your own research, but they're going to try to blow this coin up.
I think it would all be helpful if we did get a staking expert in here, or just somebody like that did the tutorial I did, where I got to see these people on Ethereum transfer money with the gas, all that stuff, because we are
and
getting
that's
a
what
lot.
gassing is. I had some guy going, Sandra crypto guy doesn't even know what gassing is. It's like, dude, it's the amount of money, and it's basically paying for
juice.
the effort of
Right.
putting it on the fucking blockchain.
Right, but gas prices rise and fall, and there's
depending on
optimum
how much
times.
traffic there is.
Yeah, but
So
again,
I've learned, guys, if you're going to pull your money out, your gas prices are going to be higher towards the end of the month because that's when everybody's pulling their money out. So if you do it earlier or later after the end of the beginning of the month, you're going to pay lower gas prices.
can I bring up one thing that's always blew my mind about gas prices?
No, you cannot.
You know the gas station at San Vicente in Fairfax?
Yeah, is that where you got your crystal meth?
Without fail, you could drive by that gas station no matter what time of day, one of the busiest intersections in Los Angeles, and gas prices are $2 higher than any gas station in this fucking town. It's God's own private mystery. I'll never understand why. And
Oh,
take
dude,
a
just right
picture of
over
it every
here.
day.
There's one that's 40 cents less.
It's
than the
$2
one across the
though.
street.
It's $2 more no matter what. And I'm just like, how the fuck are these people in
They're
business?
gouging. They're gouging like a motherfucker.
Dude,
Yeah,
listen, you want to
but
be
you can-
honest, guys? You want to invest in a business that never goes down? Go into psychic readings in Hollywood. I've never seen one of those stores close. I mean, dude, I've seen Starbucks close down before a psychic reading does because those gypsies, that's where they're running hand jobs and cocaine, dog.
Bro, I got a
Yeah.
girl that drops tarot like fucking fire, and she's worth every $80 hour session I've ever had.
Okay, so now we just learned a little bit more about the cat man, okay? He also goes to psychics.
Yeah,
All right?
Sick fuck.
yeah.
Hey, dude, you keep this up. Pretty soon your name's going to be Heavy Flow. Okay. We got Little E, the sweet G, his good buddy Heavy Flow over here. Guys, fuck, I always forget about this. Can we do an opening? Fuck. All right, we'll play at the end. Guys,
Fuck it,
next
do it
week,
live. Do it live.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Guys, thanks for tuning in to Cash Daddies. The feedback has been wonderful. We're trying, we're learning. I feel like today we had a nice little groove. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, do your own research. If you'd like to see me live, please go to I'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina this weekend, this whole week, which will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is the 18th through the 20th. I'll be there with my friend John Toll, and I'll be there with Jessica Wellington. And then I got a bunch of shows coming up. I got March, 4th through the 6th, Howie, that we're all at the Dojo in Morris Plains. Go to tiffscomedy.com. The Dojo Comedy is getting its own website. Go to Tiff Comedy. See myself, Howie, and my good friend Tino Sanchez. And then the following week, I believe will be the 10th and the 11th of March, I will be at Float Fest in Texas. So my site should be up. You'll be able to get those dates. So guys, you got anything you want to put?
No, I'm good. I'll be at Madame Valentina getting my $89.99 reading on Saturday on PCH in Seal Beach. Sorry,
That's
she's
awesome.
Good. She's good.
So you go in there for $80, you just blast
80
that
ducks.
knowledge.
He gives them 80 ducks. He goes down to the
I go in there and say, guess which stock is going to blow up next week. Is it my left hand or my right?
You go in there and you lie down. She just blasts that knowledge right out of you. That's what it is.
Well,
That's what it is.
Oh, hey, Lil E, the Total G, tell all the ladies what bar you're going to be at so you're buying shots.
You let me know where you are.
I'll be at
Hit
the
me up on
Sandbar
Twitter.
this weekend.
Yes, Sandbar.
Yeah,
Never going there again.
hit up Lil G's, Lil E's looking for action. All right, guys, this has been a great show. Again, thank you so much for helping us get in the top 125. It is not easy to get in there. If you guys knew how many podcasts there are and the fact that we even made it up, and a word on the street is the Bye Guys weren't too happy that we flew by them, but we did. And
says the straight bi guy only.
What's that?
Says the straight bi guy only.
Yeah, you know what it is, dude.
Are you a bi guy mole in our own podcast? That's what I want.
No, dude, but I'm a weirdo. It's kicked the can pretty far down the line. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you to all the readers. It does mean a lot.
Why are we even asking them for a name? We just call them the readers. They're just the readers.
We'll put up the poll just so it's fair, because there was a lot of creative input in, and some people were very passionate about their picks. We'll put up the poll early this week. We'll let you guys decide, but it does mean a lot. We try to get to all your DMs. There are some that I am not qualified to answer, and I will get to them. And if I don't know the question, I do a little research before I get back to you. So if there are some I haven't answered, it's because of that reason. But I want to say thank you.
Listen, guys and ladies, just know every DM, every tweet, every comment keeps Chris Neff a little farther from the rope. Okay. So just every time you do, he's like the little kid for a coffee a day. You can keep fucking Chris Neff off the rope. So your comments, anything you want, just help us keep Chris with us. Cause without him, this fucking show, the wheels will fall off.
It'll turn into a total, it's going to be an INX
in excess, not INX.
In
excess.
Quick 79 cents for a day story, because it is one of the creepiest things that's ever happened to me. All right. I graduated college, and I graduated in like mid 90s, and I had to find an apartment, and I was living in New York City, and I answered an ad like back in the day off like an actual newspaper, come see my apartment. And I got there, and there was a guy, and he didn't speak very good English. And he showed me around the place, and he showed me the room that he was advertising for $700. And it was a closet. And you know those, like the light bulbs, it's just the light bulb and it has the string. It was one of those.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah,
total murder job. Total fucking, James Gumb Silence of the Lambs.
What are you, Better Call Sal?
So anyway, he goes,
So-
I want you to meet my son before you decide to take the place. And I go, oh, you have a son? And he goes, yeah, I want you to come meet him. And then I go, well, where is it? There was only 2 rooms. And he walks me over to the mantle and he goes, he's right here. And I looked at it and it was one of those, for 79 cents a day, you can adopt a child and support a child. And he shows it to me and he goes, that's my son. I spend $1 a week, you know, for his clothes. He should be visiting soon. And I was just like, I'm gonna die in this fucking apartment.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Is his mother upstairs dead as a fucking
I've
mummy?
never run out of a building so
A
fast. in
buck
my
a
life.
week? What do you got him dressed in? A diaper?
He
Jesus
just,
Christ.
it was a picture of him, and it was like the card that they send you that says "Thank you for adopting," you know, the kid. Scared the shit out
Well,
of me.
you're lost. It sounds like there's going to be a ton of BJs with that. Guys, this has been Cash Daddies. Thank you guys so much. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, man. To get into that, did we talk about on the show the montage? Did we talk about it? Or did we talk before that?
This is
don't
the
think so.
ending that will never end.
Okay. So basically, we got in a montage, a compilation of people talking about GameStop and all the BS. And, you know, the people put together was really well done. But I mean, for this show to only be episode 8 to already be in there with a lot of big names in this genre was very cool. And all 3
We'll
of you
make sure
guys
and we'll
are great
yeah,
at
Evan,
this show. And
no,
I think they have
not
you
only
guys on.
that, they amazingly made you look like a genius explaining shorting. So that was the best part of the whole thing.
Well,
That's
came
some
out
fucking
flawless.
editing.
That was
you
some cutting. That was
That's
some
some
chop,
editing.
chop, chop.
Would they deep fake me, man? Would they deep fake me?
I don't know how they did it, but it sounded real. It sounded
So
like you knew what
guys,
you were talking about.
again, this was recorded Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. Ladies, I hope you got a ton of flowers, and we'll see you soon. Remember, go to iTunes. If you're on Apple, rate and review. Give us 5 stars. The best reviews we'll read on the air. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Howie. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lil
Peace.
E. And we'll
Good
see you
luck this
guys
week.
soon.
Sleep
Good
in
luck,
tomorrow,
guys.
no
Make that
trading.
money. Bye.